in resorts and planes, MLAs are on the move ahead of the Rajya Sabha polls tomorrow. Resort politics is making a solid comeback as parties herd their flock to deter horse trading ahead of the Rajya Sabha elections. Results will be declared on the same day, while 41 candidates have been elected unopposed out of the 57 Rajya Sabha seats up for election across 15 states. A contest for 16 remaining would be witnessed tomorrow. This will be in Haryana, Rajasthan, Maharashtra and Karnataka. This as parties in these states have fielded more nominees than their legislative strength in assemblies. Let's take you through the fight in each of these states in the run-up to these crucial polls. Beginning with Maharashtra, well, the arrested Maharashtra ruling party leaders Nawab Malik and Anil Deshmukh will not get bail to vote in the Rajya Sabha elections, a court has ruled just a short while ago. Now, this decision comes a day before the elections in which every vote counts. The two may approach the High Court, but what we know so far is Nawab Malik, a Maharashtra minister, has been in jail since his arrest in February by the Enforcement Directorate in a money laundering case. The state's former Home Minister Anil Deshmukh is also in jail on similar allegations. My colleague Sohit joins us live with the latest update. Sohit, what additional details can you share with us regarding Anil Deshmukh and Nawab Malik?
Well, Parameshwar, the applications made by both, Anil Deshmukh as well as Nawab Malik has been rejected by the court. The court has said that based on section 62 of 5 of RP Act, it cannot be overlooked, and there have been some previous judgments similar to this done by the Supreme Court, and based on that the plea has been rejected. This comes at a time, as you said, just a day before the Rajya Sabha elections, and based on this the calculation and the numbers of the Mahavikas Aghadi government may change, because they had 26 extra votes for the third seat, but in those 26 extra votes, these two votes were counted as well, and now they have just 24 extra votes if they want to win the fourth seat as well. So now there will be a new calculation as well as a new strategy that the Mahavikas Aghadi government needs to come with if they actually want to win the 4 of the 6 seats. On the other hand, this is a good news for the BJP. The other good news is that Devendra Fadnavis, who had tested positive for COVID, has been tested negative. So BJP to win the 4th seat, they had 29 votes. They need 13 extra votes, and if we talk about MVA, since these 2 votes are lost, they now need 18 votes more to win the 4th Rajya Sabha seat. So at this moment, the smaller parties MLAs as well as the MLAs who are independent, their votes would matter a lot, and the strategy as well as all the discussion has been happening in both the fronts, be it the MVA or the BJP. They have been doing meetings. As I said, there are hotel politics, resort politics that has begun. At the same time, be it Uddhav Thackeray or be it Devendra Fadnavis, both of them have been taking this very personally. They have been talking to the MLAs who are independent or from the smaller parties. In fact, several of the independent MLAs, we saw that they are in the hotel if they are supporting the MVA government. So it would be very important to see what happens. However, at the same time, the lawyers of Anil Deshmukh have rushed to the High Court, but I don't know how much time they do have more, because it is also important to see if the High Court gives them time, and the voting is tomorrow. So all eyes on the High Court. At the same time, the strategy as well as the numbers of the MVA government might change after the decision made by the Sessions Court today.
So with a time crunch and some last-minute math numbers, well, thank you so much for joining us with that update. Meanwhile, from Haryana, ahead of Rajya Sabha polls, the Haryana BJP has shifted its MLAs to a resort near Chandigarh, while the state Congress is likely to fly back its legislators who have been lodged in Chhattisgarh on the day of voting. 3 candidates are in the fray for the 2 Rajya Sabha seats from Haryana. The BJP has fielded Krishan Panwar and extended support to independent candidate Kartikeya Sharma. Meanwhile, Ajay Makin is the Congress nominee for the Rajya Sabha elections from Haryana. Both BJP and Congress have claimed that they have the numbers to ensure the victory of their candidates. Meanwhile, switching tracks to Karnataka, the JDS has moved its MLAs to a hotel in Whitefield, Bangalore to prevent poaching. In Karnataka, 6 candidates are contesting for 4 seats, leading to a heated contest. The BJP has fielded 3 candidates, Congress has fielded 2, and the Janata Dal Secular just 1. The ongoing tussle between the parties is for the 6th seat. And JDS leader H.D. Kumaraswamy has said that his party is not the B team of Congress On cross-voting, he admitted to NDTV that some JDS MLAs may cross-vote under the influence of Congress leader Siddaramaiah.
Now, there is an allegation against you. Both level an allegation that you are the B team of these two respective parties. And you are saying that I am going to fight my own.
No,
back my own candidate.
Yes, even future assembly election in 2023, I have full confidence this time people of Karnataka, they have already decided to oust Congress and BJP from Karnataka. The way in which this BJP government running here, the way in which this Congress friends as an opposition, how they are playing with the people are fed up with both the national parties. We are trying hard to get our own strength in Karnataka in future election.
How confident are you, Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy? Last couple of questions.
Friends, just a minute.
Yeah.
No, yes, I will tell you, we have started one program in the name of Janata Jaladhara. Recently, we had a meeting of big Mammat rally. Even national parties can't do. People came with affection to succeed that program. It has a record crowd in our state actually. People are now thinking about the regional party to strength. For that reason, entire state actually people now, they wanted one regional party even in Karnataka.
Why are you so confident that JDS MLAs will not cross vote? What if they don't follow your diktat? What if they go vote for the Congress candidate?
Even if they vote 1 or 2 votes because of pressure from Siddaramaiah, it will not going to be helpful to Congress.
So you fear that some of the JDS MLAs may, under the pressure of Siddaramaiah, cross vote?
No, there is, not fear. I had some doubt for that. Why these Congress people, they are pressurizing our MLAs. Why he returned the letter to our MLAs? During the time of last 2018 election, he only misled one community by spreading that we are the B team of BJP. Then who is he? By encouraging BJP here to win, he is the master of BJP B team.
Okay.
Let us see after tomorrow, people will say, who is BJP B team?
Meanwhile, Congress leader D.K. Shivkumar has said no one has the numbers, not even BJP.
No one has the number. Even BJP doesn't have number. They are also trying to poach all of them. JDS, let them keep their house in order. Did not Kumaraswamy tell that we don't want BJP MLAs and we don't want Congress MLAs? Did he not tell? Is it not on record? Now why he is changing his stand? You want to forget everything. We are ready. That is why I am appealing you support us.
And meanwhile, in Rajasthan, the Congress shifted its Rajasthan MLAs to Udaipur on the 2nd of June. The MLAs will move back to Jaipur this evening. BJP MLAs in Rajasthan are staying at a resort on the outskirts of Jaipur, where they were this morning seen doing some yoga. The party said it's also organizing training camps on how to vote correctly, as minor mistakes can lead to the vote being junked. In Rajasthan, Subhash Chandra, the media baron, contesting as a BJP-backed independent candidate, has claimed that he is going to win through cross-voting by Congress MLAs. My colleague Harsha Kumari Singh reports from Jaipur.
Well, yes, the countdown to the Rajya Sabha election has well and truly begun, and it's expected that the Congress will move their MLAs from Udaipur to Jaipur this evening by a special flight. They're not taking any chances, so nobody is really allowed to travel by road. They all have to come together, and stay till voting for the Rajya Sabha elections on Friday morning. And as far as the BJP is concerned, they were doing yoga this morning and having training camps and training sessions. The BJP also will probably move its MLAs tomorrow morning from that resort on the outskirts of Jaipur to the Vidhan Sabha for voting. The Congress, of course, claiming that they have the support of 126 MLAs. But the BTP MLAs have been issued a whip by their party president of Rajasthan saying they should abstain. Now, not necessarily that the BTP MLAs will follow that whip, because they just met Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot in Udaipur. They were not in the resort, but they stayed in the circuit house, and they were very much there in Udaipur, and they are talking about, voting with the Congress. That's what they've indicated. So not necessary that they will obey the whip, because sometimes those two MLAs are not really following the party line of their party in Rajasthan. But anything really could go any which way, because remember how you vote, your vote should not be discarded or dishonored. If there is any cross voting, but chances of that are slim, because all the MLAs have to show their vote to the party observer before they cast that. But at the same time, those startling claims by independent Subhash Chandra, BJP-backed independent Subhash Chandra, saying that 8 MLAs will cross-vote. All eyes now on that crucial Rajya Sabha election, and it's going to be quite theatrical tomorrow when all those MLAs line up to vote for 4 seats where there are 5 candidates creating a contest on the 5th seat.